Hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Community Ledger. Again, my name is Andrea Banu. If you have not already subscribed, please go ahead and take this moment to hit that subscribe button. So today I have to get into this movie, Sinners. And as you see, I still got the candy in my hand. I am fresh from the theater. I mean, this movie here. Now, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if you think this is a vampire movie, please, this, this movie is not no vampire movie. Okay. I take that back. That's the cover. But this movie is so layered and so serious and gives so many nuggets of truth. Oh my God. Listen, Ryan Coogler, I'm picking up everything you putting down. Okay. I picked up everything you put down in that movie. This brother did his damn thing. I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised they let that man put that movie out. If you are watching this now, if you are listening to me now and you have just a tad bit of consciousness, you just have an ounce of awareness and realness about the dynamics of what's going on here in America, you got to go see this movie because this movie is going to tell you some truth. I mean, it's gonna tell some things. Okay, now you know you might have a few friends to feel away afterwards. Okay, so govern yourself accordingly. I'm gonna just say that. But the movie is all about race relations, and that's my thing. Okay. So this movie, is centered around these two twins from Chicago. Well, ultimately, they were from the Delta down in Mississippi. They originated from there, ended up in Chicago, did their traveling, did they, went into the war. It alluded that they were soldiers, things of that nature. And then they come back down, back home so that they can go ahead and open up a juke joint. And so it's so much. It's so much. Okay. I'm gonna try my best not to give spoilers, but it's gonna be hard. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, you might want to just press pause on this and come back later, and then we could talk about it. But if you didn't already seen the movie, we about to get into it. Okay. I'm gonna do my best to not try to give everything away, but I can't make no promises. So again, govern yourself accordingly. So listen. Woo. So these two twins, they come down from Chicago. Back in Mississippi. They gonna open them a juke joint. We'll just say they was in the streets. Okay, they was in the streets in Chicago, so they knew some things. Okay, they know how to get money. They knew how to hustle. They knew a few things. So when they came down to Mississippi, they had a little bit of coin on them. Okay, and so they said, we're gonna go ahead and buy us a juke joint. We're gonna make some money. We're gonna have something for the folk to come down, have listen to some music, have some good food, have us a good time. We're gonna make some money off of it. So that's what the plan was. So for me, the movie, for me, it started rather slow. A lot of people, I did hear Tariq Nasheed, he just did a review of it, and he said he really appreciated the fact that it started kind of slow because it gave you time to really analyze the characters, familiarize yourself with the characters, and build a relationship with the main characters of the film. For me, it took a little long to get to the meat of it, and I'm impatient, so I'm like, just get to it already, give me the good. But nonetheless, it was a little slow moving, but I do understand the purpose of it, and after everything comes together, you do realize it was necessary. But nonetheless, you got these two guys, and the thing was just so well put together. You got these twins, one is in a white woman, the other one got him a sister, and it's so layered. It's so layered in terms of the dynamics between these two men, and the trajectory of the rest of the movie. But nonetheless, the one brother, and of course, that Michael B. Jordan is playing both characters. So he's a twin in the movie playing both sides. And so, called, and they're named, what's their names? Smoke and Stack. Okay, Smoke and Stack. Stack is the one who got him a white girl. So he into that. He from Chicago. He doing his thing. He got a little. Well, you know what? They claim she was. What they call them. A tragic mulatto. That's a new term I just heard today. A tragic mulatto. Okay, so apparently this was a woman who was mixed, but she could pass for white. So in the whole movie, I was like, she a white girl. That's what it is. But nonetheless, he was all caught up with this white girl. And, back in that era, because this is like Jim Crow era, this is Klan era, that was very taboo. So he tries to keep his distance. He's constantly trying to run from her, but she done followed his ass all the way down back to the Delta. I'm assuming from Chicago, because she talked about being in Chicago as well. So she been following this nigga for a long time. But nonetheless, she he's trying to keep distance himself from her. So his brother Smoke, he got him a sister, okay, and he got him a real one, okay. Like I said, this movie is so layered. Nonetheless, Smoke got him a sister, a real one. She got natural hair, she got hips on her, she can cook, she into hoodoo, she about spirituality, she is the truth, okay. And so it's polar opposites in terms of what these men are into and who they like to spend their time with, right? So end up, they going around all the city, they gathering all the people that they know that play instruments and can cook and make signs and everything else. They gather up all these people so they can go ahead and start this juke joint. So then they buy the place, they start in the juke joint to tell everybody in the town, oh, this is gonna be our grand opening. They come tonight. So, it's a part of the movie. The first time we're introduced to the vampire, right? So the vampires, white folk, okay? The vampires, white folks. And we just gonna leave it at that. And so the first time we introduced to the vampires, we introduced to that vampires by some Native Americans. Coincidental? I don't think so. But nonetheless, you see the vampire running up to a house, and these people done let the vampire in. They done hid him in the house. They trying to protect him. Some more white folks. And so the Indians come and they knock on the door and they like, listen, ma'am, you got a man in there. He ain't who you think he is. He's very dangerous. You need to distance yourself. And she's like, She ain't hearing it. She ain't trying to hear it. So the Native Americans are like, listen, we tried to warn you. We out. They leave, right? The lady, she got a gun. She figured she's safe. She got another white man in there. They all cool with each other. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. However, she get to the back. The vampire done ate her husband. Okay, the vampire done ate her husband. And once she see all this craziness, she starts screaming. They get her too. So now it's the three of them. They on the road. They on the march. They on the hunt. Right. Three of these white folks, this vampires, looking for fresh blood. So that night is the grand opening to the juke joint, right? So you got all these black folks. I was about to say, you got all these niggas. You got all these black folks at the juke joint. Everybody's dancing. Everybody's having a good time. I mean, it's music, it's food, it's alcohol, it's good. So another part that I loved about it is that while we're in trance, I won't say in trance, while we're deep into celebration and dance and just being in the moment, he highlights the evolution of us, right? He highlights the evolution of how we move and how we groove in terms of music, and how our music is spiritual. It's a frequency, it's a vibration. And he highlights that through different eras in time, different moments in time. So you see, people dancing, but then you'll see, a Mali man or someone from Kemet or wherever in Africa doing these tribal dances. And he's trying to pull from, this is our ancestry, this is who we are. And it all evolves to, you see a dude that's doing the b-boy dance and doing the kid and play and the twerking and the whatever else, all these other different dances, which shows the evolution of us, right? And how music and song and dance is spiritual, and it is a part of our makeup. It is a part of our frequency. It's our vibration. It's who we are, right? And so, and so they're showing all of this, and of course, ain't no white folks in the building, okay? So we'll leave that there. So they get a knock on the door. Boop, 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 boop. They open the door. It's them three vampires from earlier. And if you know anything about vampires, you have to invite them in. So they're looking at them. So, of course, it's a whole room full of black folks, and they having a good time, and they get a knock on the door, and it's these three white folks. And they like, listen, we want to come in because we play instruments too. It sounds like y'all grooving in there. We want to have some fun too. And, all the people in the juke joint is like, nah, we good. This ain't for y'all. I think we got it covered over here. And the white people who are really vampires are like, no, we got a song too. We musicians too. We play music. And so they get out their little banjo and they and the black folks is like, yeah, nah. We good. We good, right? But they was like real creepy. And so during the movie, I'm like, so I'm talking to my husband during the movie, and I'm like, yo, Smoke got a chick that's in the hoodoo. She's supposed to be able to sense that. She's supposed to catch that right there at that door. What's going on with her spirituality? She's supposed to pick up on that. And so it plays out. And she's like, they do a shot to her, and you see she ain't really quite easy on not feeling good about these white folks at the door. But anyway, they shoo them off and they go on about their business. And but they went back to grooving and moving or whatever. And then the tragic mulatto white girl that's messing with Stack saying, let me go out there. Them white folks, they may have some money. Y'all need to make some money. That's what y'all here for. So that we can make some money. Let's go see them. I'm just going to go down there and see if they all right. Make sure they safe. And then if they safe and they got some real money, then I'll let them come back in and I'll tell you it's cool. And they like, all right. So they send the tragic mulatto, AKA white girl, to go talk to the other white vampires. And she go down there and they start to glamour her. If you're a fan of True Blood, then you know what it means to glamour someone, okay? So they start glamoring her and they like singing and they like, yeah, and she's kind of getting caught up in the setup, and they start talking about her and how she's feeling. Her mother just passed and she's feeling emotional from this and that. And she like, hold on, wait a minute. I don't like the way this feeling. And so she started sensing it somewhere, right? And so she was like, no, I'm good. These people ain't straight. I'm not about to bring them to the juke joint. She leave. However, they end up getting her ass. She tried to run. It was too late. They get her ass, okay? So now she a vampire. But she the tragic mulatto. So for her to go back in and say, let me in, ain't no problem. So she said, come let me in. And she get back up to the juke joint. They're like, oh yeah, come on in, girl. Yeah. Her ass fucked it up for everybody, okay? Fucked it up for everybody. She get in there, she all extra seductive, she get on Stack, and I ain't even gonna tell you the rest, but shit go crazy. Shit get crazy real quick, okay? Yeah. And so that's the movie. But in a nutshell. So ultimately, you got all these black folks, and they trying to fight their way out of this juke joint and not be eaten up by all these damn vampires, and all the vampires is all the white folks. And there's so many layers to this thing, spiritually, racially, economically, in terms of society here in the States. It's like, yo, he wove so much real shit into this movie. It's crazy. Like, I was looking at my husband like, and it was packed in there. It was packed. It was all kind of people in there, black, white, everybody. I'm looking at him like, did he just, is he, he for real? Yes, he for real. So, like I said, if you got even a tablespoon of consciousness, you're gonna be picking up what he putting down, okay? And it's a metaphor it's a metaphor for your ass. It's real, it's shit. So yeah, go see the film. And that's my review. Go see that shit. For real. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and watch the next video by clicking right here.